Hammer and Bolter is an anthology series and a great watch for fans of Warhammer, both new and old. In this video, I will discuss my 5 favorite episodes of the Hammer and Bolter series. Even though this series been out for a while now, I will not spoil it, so no spoilers will be included here. For fans of Warhammer, the series is a treat. It dives into various aspects of the lore, showcasing different factions like Space Marines, Orcs, and even lesser-known groups like the Eldari. The series has strengths and weaknesses, but the positives far outweigh the negatives in my opinion. The voice acting is excellent, bringing characters to life with believable gruffness and intensity. The sound design is top-notch, with weapon fire and explosions adding to the immersive experience. I also like how each episode tells a focused story, some light-hearted adventures, some grim tales of sacrifice and survival. This allows for variety. Cadia Stands is a powerful episode that delivers a compelling story of sacrifice and courage. The focus on the human perspective is refreshing, and the stakes feel genuinely high. However, the episode's length limits character development and accessibility. For newcomers to the Warhammer, a lot of Warhammer 40k is usually focused on the Space Marines, but this episode puts a regular Astra Militarum guardsman in the spotlight. This showcases the courage and desperation of ordinary humans facing overwhelming odds. This episode also shows the Tyranids. While the animation limitations exist, the episode manages to portray the grotesque and relentless nature of the Tyranid threat effectively. I also like they showed how callous the regular guardsmen and officers can and have to be in this universe. Double or Nothing is an episode from the Warhammer set in the Age of Sigmar, the fantasy counterpart to Warhammer 40k. This episode takes a light-hearted approach, focusing on a Stormcast Eternal named Hamilcar Bear Eater.
Leave this to me.
Hamilcar is a highly arrogant warrior. I do not want to give away the episode, but it does kind of play out like a 90s sitcom. You would have to watch it to see what I mean. This episode offers a decent introduction to the orcs and the fantastical setting. However, it doesn't cover much lore in detail. If you're looking for a deep and complex story, this might not be the best choice. The focus is on action and humor, rather than intricate plot or character development. Artifacts is an engaging episode that offers a glimpse into relic hunting and the motivations of different factions in the universe. The intrigue surrounding the artifact and the clash between the factions keep viewers interested. However, this episode might confuse newcomers. Nevertheless, I really like this episode. The voices on the Black Legion Chaos Marines is exactly what I pictured them to sound like, and I really did like, whose entrance.
Let him speak.
New Life is the 14th episode in the series. The episode focuses on a family trying to escape an invasion, is relatable and emotionally engaging. It portrays the desperation and sacrifices made during such a horrific event. This episode put the spotlight on ordinary citizens. This perspective highlights the civilian struggle for survival against an overwhelming threat. The episode effectively portrays the brutality and chaos of a Tyranid invasion through the eyes of the family. It adds depth to the world building without excessive exposition. Also, the animation style successfully captures the dark and unforgiving nature of the universe, with Tyranid grotesqueness and the desperation of survival. This is no spoiler, but I did not see the ending coming at all, and most people didn't either. Overall, this is a powerful and emotionally resonant episode that portrays the human cost of a Tyranid invasion. The focus on the civilian perspective is refreshing, and the story tugs at the heartstrings, and would have been my number one.
We'll have to go around.
And this is my list, and I know most will not agree, especially with the number one, but here it is. Bound for Greatness is a thought-provoking episode that explores a less-seen aspect of the universe. The slow-burn suspense and focus on the corrupting influence of chaos are commendable. This episode is atmospheric and suspenseful. It builds a sense of unease with its minimalist approach, leaving viewers questioning the events. I know I'm sounding generic, but I'm not really trying to give much away. But I can say that a line in The Art of War by Sun Tzu comes to mind. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat.
Knowledge corrupts. It is the dangerous thing.